Voila! And back to Unit 1, Lesson 7 and 8. It's non-finishing unit, whatever. So, let's see. We're on part C as a what else can you do when you see a new word. There is a large text to presume, and there is somebody who's like, oopsie, that's what you will look like in a test. You don't know what's going to happen. I know someone might just laugh right now. I was like, no way, I'm just going to cheat it out from somebody. Or just going to use a stupid dictionary that I'm handling, and thanks to Mr. Google, thanks to my mobile. Sorry. Yeah, that's pretty much possible to happen if you really want it to happen. And I'm not encouraging anyone to do anything here, but let's go at this point and just try to think about if I have a word like Kentucky and I don't know what Kentucky means. So question goes, do you know what Kentucky means now? Well, what does Kentucky mean? How do I know? There is a long text here, so let's read it and see what is it about, what kind of skills this lovely book is trying to teach us. What do you do when you see a new word like Kentucky in a reading passage and there is no picture to help you? Do you immediately ask your teacher what it means? Yeah, that's possible for me. Do you look for it in a dictionary? That's possible for me too. I don't know what is it going to be for you. We know that these things take time and your teacher will not always be with you when you are reading. Yeah, shortcuts. Everybody likes shortcuts. Um, there are sometimes other faster and simpler ways to know the meaning of a word. Let's see. Look at the word Kentucky again. What is it special about? Kentucky. Well, yeah, it has a large letter to start with. For example, it's Kentucky, not Kentucky. So as you can notice, there is a large letter here, and yeah, what does that mean? Well, it means it's a very known noun, which means everybody knows about it. Um, so yeah, now you got it. That's right. It begins with a capital letter. Now, what do you know about Kentucky? So Kentucky is a name. What kind of a name? Is it the name of a person or a place? Now read the other words that are around the word Kentucky. Do they help you? Well, let's see, what is it about? When you see a new word, always look at it carefully, and sometimes something in it may help you understand it. Also look at other words around it in order, to know what is the meaning of the word. So I can't see all the pictures or all the words here, but I can see there is a word in before Kentucky, and there's restaurant, and then there is a was after it. There's a was after it. But what I can guess from this is Kentucky is the name of a place, and it's not the name of a restaurant, it's the name of the city in which the restaurant is. So it is a city. Now, with section D, can you guess what these words mean? We got two words, crippled and headlines. We got two pictures here, and if I'm trying to guess what the meaning is, well, let's think about it. 1 and 2. Now, headlines and crippled. Maybe I'm gonna try to give you a different kind of hint, which is a stupid hint, but still you can use it. Some students just get confused at some point. They don't know how to get a meaning. There is a news, and there is a like two parts of the word headlines. There is the lines, and then there is the head. You're not gonna find a line with this person. You're gonna find a line on paper. So it's absolutely headlines here, and the only one you're left with is crippled for number 1. With E, some new words are like others, which you already know. Look at the two words listed below. Find each of them in a passage on page 17. The line numbers are given here. Can you remember another English word? Like each of these, write the word. So you're trying to remember something similar. Write the word you remember next to each word below. For example, unnecessary and carelessness. Well, yeah, let's just try to work this one out here. Unnecessary and carelessness. Okay, now, yeah, I know. Let's get to start separating the words here. Unnecessary. Yeah, I do a word that's called necessary. Yeah, I do know this. In carelessness. Oh, yeah, I do know there is care, and then there is less and ness. So I do know a meaning of this word. If I were to start with this one, which is line 11, unnecessary, and necessary. I know what necessary means, which means it's important. But un is something like that gives you the opposite meaning. So it's the opposite of necessary. As for the word on line 13, carelessness, well, I'm gonna try to give a meaning about not something that you care about. Maybe it's not careful. So you see, there is a careful, careless word. If you want to get to know the meaning, it's not careful. It's not something that, yes, you care about. It's something you don't care about. Okay, let's move on. Are we done with our 5 minutes? Yeah, we did, but we're left with another part to finish with next time. And I want to wrap up just one very important point about learning words. Now, if there is a new word, you don't know the meaning of it. For example, extension. Okay, here's a word. How do I know the meaning? Number one, I will try to break it. For example, extension. So, I know that the word extension now has three parts, okay? X, ten, and shun. Now, the second thing I'm going to do with the word, I'm trying to think of the meaning of the parts. For example, X means additional. Does it? No. It means something with before. It means time. And shun means... okay, I don't know what shun means, but okay, what do you do? What do you do? Oh, okay, you should be remembering a word that has the same meaning, sorry, the same ending, like addition. It's just like extension. So it means something you add, something that you have, but it's just what you add to it. Excuse me, I'm not so sure if it ends like this or like this. But the point is really to find a similarity. You need to find similar ending in another word. This is something you can do too. Let's just try to make it larger here. Okay. The fourth thing you can do is actually to look at capital letters. Why? To find out if it's a noun. Like, for example, there is Riyadh, you know, it's letter R. That's going to tell you it's a noun of something. And you can also look at pictures to find out the meaning. Also, you can look at words next to it. Like, for example, I want to use a red extension to my hair. Maybe this will give you a hint on what an extension is. Maybe there's a seventh way to put the meaning here. There is a similar word that you can try to find out what is the verb, what is the noun, and what is an adjective, and what is an adverb, which means you're going to add to it. How do I add to it? Well, you're gonna say extend extending, for example. Even if it's right or wrong, it doesn't really matter. Are you gonna try to add more? Extensionally, extendingly, extensive, extension, extensive. Oh, maybe there is extensive. It's pretty much similar. You're eliminating a letter and just adding another thing to it. So you can actually add to it in order to find out about other parts of the word. So here you go. We got just 7 ways to find out about it. To find about a word you really don't know, and there is a very easy way it goes. Just ask. Okay. Uh, who do you ask? You might be asking your teacher. You might be asking your friend. You might be asking Mr. Google or Mr. Dictionary. But voila, you got 8 ways to know the meaning of extension. Do you now know what does extension mean? So what does it mean? Well, I'm not going to answer you for that. Goodbye.